With what will I come before Yahweh, to bow myself before the ultimate high, powerful authority? Will I come before him with burnt offerings of ascension, with calves a year old? Is Yahweh pleased with thousands of rams or 10,000 rivers of oil? Will I give my firstborn for my pesha, my rebellion, my breaking the relationship? The fruit of my body, for the missing the mark of myself, my whole being, my person. He has told you, O Adam, O man, what is functional and good, and what Yahweh requires of you, and earnestly seeks to find in you what he really wants from you, to do and make right decisions and rulings, to love loyal loving kindness, and to walk humbly with your Elohim. This is Yirmiyahu Weeps. Going over a few verses. What he really wants from you, what he requires of you, what the creator of the heavens and the earth, of everything that is, requires of you, and earnestly seeks to find in you what he really wants from you, to do and make right decisions and rulings, to love loyal loving kindness, and to walk humbly with your Elohim, your ultimate powerful authority, which would be Yahweh, the self-existent one. To walk humbly. The word humbly there, it's sana, and also means price, like at cost. So, to walk humbly, to not be too proud, to not be rebellious, to not have to do it your way or my way, to not be saying, I'm in charge, people are going to do what I say, it's my life, I can do what I want, I don't have to listen to you. To walk humbly with him, to walk submitted to him, and at cost if need be. This is humbling just reading this. That is from Micah 6 verses 6 through 8. And next I am going to read from Hosea, or Hosea as he's called. I'm going to start in verse 5. So I've hewn them down by the Nebaim, by my spokesmen, my prophets. I've slain them by the words of my mouth, and my right rulings break forth as the light. Because I delight in loyal loving kindness and not slaughtering, and in the intimate knowing of Elohim, more than ascending burnt offerings. Delights in loyal loving kindness. That's what he delights in. Loyal loving kindness. If you have children, if you ever have to discipline your children, if you ever have to spank them, put them in timeout, whatever kind of discipline, if you ever have to discipline them, they probably don't like it. And you may not like having to do it. In fact, if you really love them, you probably don't like having to do it. But you need to do it. It needs to happen, because they need to learn, they need to grow. So you have to discipline them, because you're a loving parent. Because it wouldn't be loving to just let them do whatever, because they have to be disciplined. And sometimes they don't understand the discipline. Sometimes they don't understand why they have to be disciplined. Sometimes he has to discipline us. Sometimes we may not understand the discipline. Sometimes we may not understand why we're being disciplined. but it doesn't mean that he doesn't love us. So even though he does discipline, and even though we can see the discipline going on in the world around us a lot of times, he says that he delights in loyal, loving kindness. Both in us, that's what he wants to see in us. He's earnestly seeking to find that in us, and in himself, because that's his nature, that's who he is. Not slaughtering. Sacrifices of slaughtering. Not slaughtering each other. He doesn't delight in those things. And he delights in us intimately knowing him. Intimately knowing him. More than ascendings. Now the term there for ascendings gets translated into burnt offerings, but it means ascending, and it has to do with the smoke that rises from a burnt offering. But I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about, it made me think of when people try to make themselves ascend, either through power or through building themselves up, or through their own efforts of trying to get to Yihweh. Any of it. That's what it made me think of. But he delights in intimately knowing him more than any of that. More than any of it. Intimately knowing it. Which brings me to my next verse. That was, like I said, Hosea 6:6. And, where is it? Where is it? This is from Zephaniah 2 verse 3, or Zephaniah. You, it's plural, so it's talking to plural people. Seek et Yihweh. All you, and that you is plural, all you submitted of the earth or land, submitted to Yihweh. You who have obeyed his decisions and rulings. Desire and seek to do what is right and according to Yihweh's right path. Desire and seek submission to Yihweh. Perhaps you will be hidden on the day of Yihweh's flaring of his nostrils, his anger. Literally means flaring of his nostrils, but it's like when you get really mad and your nose flares because you're so pissed off. Now, of course, with Yihweh's anger, he's in complete control of his anger. Sometimes us, we may not be in control. We're just angry and it's hard to control it, and we act and do things in such a way that we regret later. Yihweh doesn't have that problem. His anger is in submission to him. He controls it. So he's almost imploring, but in a authoritative kind of way, saying, seek him. So what does he desire of us? He desires... Oh, sorry, I'm trying to pull this up again. Sorry. He has told you, Adam, and that Adam is the Hebrew, just means man. It's not a name like the name Adam or Adam. It's just a term that means man. He's told you, O Adam, what is functional and good, and what Yihweh requires of you, and earnestly seeks to find in you what he really wants from you, to do and make right decisions and rulings, to love loyal loving kindness, to love kindness, loving kindness, and to walk humbly with your Elohim, to not be too proud, to be willing to learn, to be willing to do what he says. And what does he say to do? He says to love each other. That's his primary His primary instruction is to love him and love each other. And how do we do that? Well, we don't murder each other. We don't rip each other off. We honor our parents. We do good to our parents. Respect. If you've made a covenant, if you're in a covenant relationship, if you're married, to honor the relationship, to not cheat on your husband or wife, and to not be intimate with or have sex with someone else's husband or wife. But that's what he wants from us. To make right decisions and rulings. And other versions have justice, but that's really what it is. It's mishpat, and means to make right decisions and rulings. And to love loyal loving kindness. A kind of loving kindness that's not just here today, gone tomorrow. It's loyal. Dependable. That's something to strive for, eh? Yeah. That's what he wants. So, I know I'm humbled just by reading this. Challenge. Definitely a challenge. But I hope this has been good. A good message, and I hope that you have gotten something out of it. I welcome any kind of feedback, discussion. Yeah. Shalom. I wish you well, whoever you are. And I pray uplifting for you. Pray uplifting for you. Because first we're getting lowered. But he will uplift. He will uplift. First the bad, then the good. First the dark, then the light. First the chaos, then the order. That's what I see. So that's what he wants. That's what I can see that he wants. Love him, love each other. Do right by him, do right by each other. And be willing to learn from the Creator. Shalom. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a very good life, a very good day, night, evening, morning, whenever you watch this. Slan, adios, Heda. And see my goodbye videos if you speak another language. Sorry. Shalom.